Quick test.
Quick test.
Can you hear us, motherfucker?
They definitely can.
I'm the best looking motherfucker. I'm the best singing motherfucker.
We are live. We are live.
Darkness is. I can't say too much, but
We'll get canceled quick.
yeah.
All right.
Hello.
Let's just see. Do a
Hello?
quick test here.
Hello?
All right, you can hear us? Cool.
Yay, Mom. Thanks,
Howard
Mom.
Johnson.
We will be right back.
At 54 years old.
The truth behind illusion. When you are walking down a dark road, when you don't believe what you see, when your eyes deceive you and play tricks on you, when you see an unfamiliar face in the mirror, what do you do? The truth behind illusion.
All right.
Hello.
Thank you for sharing it twice. We had some we had issues the other night at Tornado Tag. Hopefully they don't carry over. Thank you so much for being patient and coming back.
If the sound cuts out, please say in the chat the sound cut out.
Yeah.
So we know.
So we want to keep going with the live video, but sometimes technical difficulties happen. We're still trying to figure things out and get everything on the right track. But thank you for sticking with us and bearing with us.
Thank you, guys.
That being said, what we said earlier that you couldn't hear us, we gave you guys a lot of credit. We said it was really cool giving that 2-minute window while we were able to share everything, and you guys were in the chat talking to one another and
was so
interacting with each other.
fun.
That literally made our nights. Like this
Yeah.
is exactly one of the cool things about this show, about doing it live. And if you are listening to the audio only, we suggest joining us on a Monday.
Yeah, if you can.
Monday at 9:00 Eastern time, so you can meet the crew. Like this show is a show inside of itself. Like the people who come here every Monday and hang out and chat live with us, you guys are building a community, and that's beautiful. It's great.
The TBI family.
The TBI family, it's like TBI Mondays instead of
Yeah.
TGI Fridays.
Yeah. I like that.
This show, if you're expecting structure on this show, you're probably not going to get it. This is going to be all over the place.
Well, this
Yeah.
particular episode.
Yes, this one will be all over. We really, I'm being honest, we didn't really come very prepared because we were kind of banking on a guest tonight, but
I'm always prepared.
communication kind of got skewed and the guest is not appearing tonight, which is fine. But some things happened in between there. We have some stuff to talk about this weekend. So
Yeah.
you guys are going to be getting a double dose this weekend. So we're going to do some cool stuff, hopefully Friday. I mean, Saturday. I did make a phone call. I did not get a response back just to make sure we're confirmed and everything's still good. But if everything goes the way it's supposed to, this Saturday, we're going to record live at the Jim Thorpe prison.
But not live to
It won't be
video.
live,
Yeah,
no,
because
'cause
the
I don't-
internet might be wonky.
Yeah, so the internet won't be there
Like,
for it to be
we're
live.
we're recording live. We can't watch it.
Yeah, so what my goal is, I think we're gonna record it, and then I'm gonna get home that probably at night, stay up super late, get everything ready, and have it uploaded and ready for you guys on Sunday. So if you want to see a secondary episode, it will come out on Sunday. And one of the questions in the chat by Wendy was, will this be on YouTube? Everything we do also goes to YouTube. So if you want to show us some support and love over on YouTube, go over and give us a subscription and help us out. That'd be great. We are still looking for other guests or locations if you guys want to do that. We do have some spoilers. So we don't want to say that we're going to these places live on location and get hopes up, but we're going to go to a location, two other locations, go to them, experience them, and then come do a show about the experience we had at those locations. So on Halloween night, spooky, the thinnest of all days of the veil. The thinnest of the veils. We are going to go to Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. Never been there.
Neither have I.
Really
Neither.
excited. And then in November, we are going up as a group, and we're going to experience Gettysburg. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff at Gettysburg. That being said, we got some stuff came in the mail today.
I have more stuff at my apartment too. But
Nice.
So we got what everyone needs is flashlights. So I got some flashlights. I'm not going to shine them in the camera, but they're really, really bright.
Yes, they are.
So we got 2 sets of those. 2 sets of 4. We have 4 total flashlights. So the goal is if you record from your phone or we get a camera, everyone that goes to these tours and locations, myself, Tori, probably my wife Heidi, I have enough cameras to give to 4 people. So we'll have the flashlight on us and the camera, and we can record the experience, take all that footage, splice it together, and make like a video so you guys can see our experience.
7+ hours. I don't know about that, Eric.
What's that?
He's suggesting a place, but it's 7 hours away. Rich said she's excited and it's going to be awesome. Your mom's excited.
Yes.
Everyone's excited.
Awesome. And then
Aside from being
we
from
got
4
a
feet away.
thermal detector so we can test if it's colder, because that's supposed to be a thing with
Ooh,
ghosts.
it's spooky.
Right?
Or in layman's terms, a thermometer gun.
Yeah, at the moment. We got an EVP detector. All right, so we got one of these.
No, that's an EMF detector.
Oh, EVP is audio.
Yes.
Mhm.
An
So-
EMF is electromagnetic fields, and it picks up when there is more energy in the area. And
Crazy
to
thing
prove
is
it, you can go to like a fridge and turn it on.
If I go near
It will jump the computer.
laptop,
Yeah, you might not be able to get in the camera.
it's not working. So, all right, anyway, it does go crazy when it's by a laptop.
Or if you go near a fuse box, it will go nuts.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we got one of these things. That's impressive. And then, last but not least, we got the spookiest of all. We got a spirit box.
Spookiest of all.
The spookiest of all things. So that we got this little spirit box. This is supposed to be pretty high recommended. It has a little antenna. It's gonna.
It's that thing in all the ghost shows that goes.
And it goes. It was John.
You remember that?
Yeah. But it has a speaker and everything to it. So we're gonna. And then this records. It'll record your audio files too. So we have to put an SD card in there. So if we do get an EVP.
Well, I hope we don't
EVP.
get an EMP.
Yeah.
Short circuit everything.
An EVP. If we say like, what is your name? And it says, my name's Tim. And we have it.
And then we're like, Tim Engel, why are you here?
Yeah,
why are you talking to us
why
from
are
the
you here?
grave?
Why are you here, Tim Engel?
I don't know.
So we do have a little small taste of ghost hunting equipment when we go to these locations. So we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try to be Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's another logo. That's a good logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the thing too. We kind of put out there. What would you like to see? We already did the Scooby Doo, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm thinking like every 10 episodes, which we already
We'll put
passed
out
the
a new
10,
one.
right?
So we'll say that the Scooby Doo was our 10 one.
Yeah, the Scooby Doo was the first one. So maybe every 10 episodes, we will put out a new logo for you guys. And each one will be a different horror movie or spooky TV show. So the contest would be is you guys vote on what do you think the next logo should be? What should we all be in the logo?
That would be fun.
Supernatural, Jen said. But there's only 2 characters, really. I
Well, we could add
some
a
might be
third.
Sam Dean and what's the...
Well, isn't their dad the devil?
Yeah, I don't know if he looks... I don't know. I've only watched a couple episodes. There's
Yeah.
Castiel, the angel guy.
So like
that
we
looks like Columbo.
We made a joke about an X-Files one where 2 of us are the main characters.
I
and
was going to make you as Scully, you as Mulder, and I was going to be the alien.
and we're arresting her
Oh,
as an
okay.
alien. Yeah. Or like Men in Black.
Because I'm
Okay,
obsessed
yeah.
with aliens.
Yeah,
obviously.
we had a few of them we kind
Who
of
could be
pitched
the
out.
little... What was the little guy's name? The little alien with the 4 arms?
Well, we were just going to all be in the Men in Black. So
I know,
it
but I
was-
was like-
but one of us holding the...
Oh, the little thing.
It'll be
sh-
Tony in the
yeah,
middle, just
shocking,
holding the thing
like,
up, and we're just
pew.
like,
Yeah, but another thing too is the merch page has been unbelievable. I'm going to be honest. For the longest time, the most sold merch page for all the podcasts was Banging Beers. That has since stopped, and the most
Really?
sold merch page is Truth Behind Illusion. There is so
Twilight Zone logo. Yeah.
Twilight Zone would be cool. So the cool thing is like the way,
good.
like the fact that you guys have bought have bought stickers
Hey, you're
and
button.
T-shirts and hoodies and all that cool stuff, and taking pictures of it and sending it to us is unbelievable
Yeah.
because like it's gonna be fun to be out in public and see people wearing our merchandise.
Yes, absolutely.
It's awesome, and we discontinued our old logo. So the logo where it was just me and you,
Just us two.
that is no longer a logo. So if you bought it, you have a special edition.
Limited edition.
You got, I think Heidi has one. And she's like, I got the old one now. I was like, well, you got the one no one else is gonna ever have again.
That's because you're old, bitch.
Yeah. And then because Andy is officially a part of the show, his first logo was like a guest logo. So now he's officially
His
part of it.
Cthulhu, and now he's Beast.
Now he's altered Beast Boy.
Oh, my
And then
Star
that's our new
Wars
logo
Warriors.
with all three of our characters.
Yeah,
So
blue, red, green too.
Yep.
It's like-
yeah, so thank you guys for the donations that we've been getting as well as buying merchandise. So it's been very, very helpful. We are getting closer to getting
Your mom wants one, but she's not on the show, so you have to be on the show to get a logo.
Yeah, she has an idea. She's like, I just need to think about what I want to do when I come on. and then I was just like, well, what do you want to be? She was like, I need to think about that.
She could talk about her brother Michael.
Michael Myers.
Michael.
I said she looked like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Listen, well, we love having people on. Obviously, Jen is our first guest that used her new photo as. No, Jack did too. Jack used his.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see like a guest come on and
Oh,
use
it's
their
so
their,
fun.
their
Thank you
image as a
guys so
profile
much.
picture. That's really cool.
You can just post it. You know, it's cool.
I think I think we're possibly talking about doing something new with the logos too. So Jen's going to be the last logo. I mean, we'll still send you a logo of yours by yourself, and if you want this one as well too. But I think what we're going to do is put the Truth Behind Illusion banner like we have on our monster faces, and then put yours in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can still get the show name out there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So make a default like circle and then just put the person's head in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be something new. And if you like it and you want yours old one done, I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right. So that fun stuff out of the way, and thank you guys so much.
These look like they say vomit, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably what
Yeah,
I'll do.
I got my vomit flashlight.
If I see a ghost, I will vomit.
Andy, will you pass me one of them there vomit lights? Oh, he thinks he has a fever. Let me get that temperature gun to see if he has a dang fever. There's been a murder in
There's been
Savannah.
a murder in Savannah.
You have to talk like molasses is just rolling out your mouth.
So Tori came and she was like, I have a gift for you. And I said, I have one for you as well. Spoiler alert, mine was not as cool as what she gave me. I gave her, so we got these new buttons. If you were on interviews with everyday people, there's a fire alarm going off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wee woo.
Yeah, so if you hear a fire whistle, it's because we're hot.
that's
No.
Google County. They left their fires.
Yeah. So I gave her a button that is from Interviews with Everyday People that says, I was on Interviews with Everyday People and all I got was this lousy button.
I love it.
Michael Band made them. Michael Band made a bunch of them for me. They're really funny. Yeah. And she presented me with I had the whole the box over there, but she gave me my own.
1957 Chevy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It runs great, low mileage. She gave me my first set of tarot cards.
And a guidebook, it looks like.
Yeah.
It comes with a book. It comes with a book, and it comes with a deck of cards.
Oh, nice.
The
like
art-
a starter kit.
Yeah.
The artwork is unbelievable.
It's the same artwork that's in my animal,
Oh,
my
okay,
spirit one.
yeah.
And when we were on the Boss podcast, he was like, I really like the art for that. And I realized that he was actually a really good reader. And I was just kind of like, I know the Wild Unknown has a regular tarot deck. And I was just like, oh, I'll get you a deck sometime. And I came through.
Yes. Now I know you're not supposed to buy your own deck, but
You can.
I did find a deck
Well-
on Etsy.
I bought like all of my decks. Like, this
There-
is the only one that's ever been given to me.
There's a deck on Etsy that's all the DC characters.
Oh, nice.
And there's one that's all the Marvel Avengers characters
that's
too.
cool.
So I think it'd be fun for me to do a reading with DC characters because I know them very well.
Yeah.
And be like, oh,
Because if you didn't know, you'd be like,
like
well,
the Six of
who's
Cups
Poison Ivy?
That's your niche.
is Two-Face, you
Yeah.
son of a bitch, you. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn Gemini.
so I am gonna pick up those cards eventually. But I want to learn these first. So
yeah.
I've been
Which
teaching
you're getting really good at.
So
them.
tonight will be a lot about tarot cards.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about my recent experience with tarot cards, and I mean it's only been a couple days, but I've been going hard.
Yeah.
I've been going hard with it. I did 3 readings today.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I read someone who was actually wanted to get readings by you,
Mm-hmm.
but it just hasn't worked out yet.
Mhm.
And I did. They did him and his wife, and I also did a reading
Ooh,
of. I
you did him and his wife.
Yeah. Hey,
Wow.
hey now. And then we also did.
What's that?
Yeah,
comment
actually,
there?
yesterday I gave a reading to Tim Mangel's mom, And I
Oh, yeah.
also gave a reading to Heidi's 2 aunts.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was a really good day.
good. Well, how
Yeah.
did working with Tim's mom go?
Oh, it was a blast.
She's amazing, right?
She's so great. And then she like gave me like a little taste of like what she does, and it was just like she's flapping cards out, just like, did this happen? Is this person? And I'm just like, yeah,
It's quick.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
knows her cards.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
Um,
yeah, she's a blast, and her house is just so wonderful.
Were you in the
and
bar or in the
beautiful.
house?
I was in the house this time. I've seen the barn, but I have never seen the house before. It's just like this beautiful like mermaid gypsy bungalow, and I
Yeah.
think it's so fun.
Tim said it's like if a 8-year-old girl threw up in the house.
I think it's
There's
beautiful.
fuzz everywhere.
It's beautiful. It's so fun
It's
and
like
bright.
It's like an 8-year-old hippie girl in the 60s was able to decorate an entire house.
Sick.
It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's hard to be negative in that house.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much
yeah.
color, with the chakras and stuff. Like you're
Mhm.
putting colors do different things to you.
Oh
And
yeah.
her house being so colorful, and there's a lot of houses are just like white.
I walked in. I just like I took a breath and I was like,
It's
okay.
refreshing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it was-
absolutely refreshing.
Plus, she had 2 cats that were like all up on me, and I was
Aw.
like, "This is the best."
Doesn't the one cat have a thumbs?
Oh, Maine Coon cat?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
They're big fluffy cats. They do have thumbs.
Yeah.
Well, not thumb, but you know.
They're polydactyl.
Anyway, let's stop talking about somebody's house that I wasn't.
Hold
in,
on,
'cause I have nothing to add.
Something
You're
happened.
yeah,
here.
it was a great house.
Something happened in the chat here.
Oh,
What?
really? The sound's going.
No. I almost freaked out yesterday. I was live streaming on an app I use, and an orb flew in front of my camera while I was live.
Or was it dust?
And then it
Let's
said,
not jump to
could have
conclusions.
been dust. And then it said, then afterwards, I went to use my bathroom, and the lights flickered a bit before going back to normal.
Mm.
Ooh, spooky.
Can
That
be,
is
can be.
spooky.
If your
You
house
never
is
know.
if your house is haunted, we could bring our cool new stuff and investigate.
Yeah.
I don't want to claim to be ghost hunters, but if we have it, we'll try.
I mean,
it.
if we have it, we might as well.
we might as well
Not-
give it a shot.
Not until we have a TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll be better than that douchebag from Vegas. I promise.
Oh,
what
with
a
black
tour.
hair.
Ghost. I'm Zach Bagans of Ghost Adventure.
This is a ghost adventure show, and if I touch this box, I can end the world. But cameras are on.
Aaron, go in there. I'm not gonna because I'm a douche.
Or I'm gonna overact this whole situation and pretend it's a spooky ghost.
Yeah, way to make the show worse, like not serious at all. you
Yeah.
know, like, the last thing you need to do is make it worse than it is.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like people want to believe, and then you come in. Ooh, it's like, come on.
You don't even try.
Yeah.
So going back to my card experience here. So I got this app on my phone, which is called
A tarot card app.
yes.
Mhm,
How
yeah.
to pronounce that? I'm dumb.
Where is it?
The L one.
Down here.
Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos.
You nailed it. All right. So this Labyrinthos app will actually do readings for you as well. Like it'll do a virtual card reading on your phone and tell you your one card
That's
reading or
cool.
your daily card reading.
Free app or pay?
It's free.
Oh.
And then it also has a
Worth
tab
it.
where it teaches you tarot theory. It teaches you the meaning of all 78 cards, if they're upright or backwards. It teaches you the Lenormand.
I would like a glass of lemonade.
Lenormand?
Lenormand meaning list, which is 36 Lenormand cards. I don't even know what that is. Then,
Okay.
wow.
then astrology oracle meanings, like zodiac signs, planets, houses, moon phases, and stuff like that. And then it also has like lessons where you can go and like go to school. Like it'll be like, okay, this is the major arcana, and then you do this, and it's it's like a test you. Like, what does this card mean?
Oh, it's like a little quiz.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yes.
Oh, I
So-
love that.
So I'm kind of using that to teach myself the cards, but then I also use the book that comes with the things because it gives a more of a. It still does the same thing. I counteract it, and they both do the same thing. The thing is with this book and these cards, I think because it only teaches you how to read them right side up. So if they're backwards, it doesn't matter with this deck. Like it doesn't do double meanings. But the meanings coincide more with the artwork, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool stuff in this.
Because with every artist has, I mean, the idea of like making your own deck is like there's the guidelines of what everything means. But every artist puts in certain things for a reason, and it's always cool to have their perspective on why they put this art on there too. So.
Yeah. So I was on this app today, which is kind of like a podcast app, but you go on there. It's called Studio. If you want to go on there and follow IWEP Network, I get credit for like. So if you stream enough on there and you get enough people to like your videos, you can make money. Like those, so somebody on that app literally just made $10,000.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Right?
So there's a labyrinthos.com. And
It's
all
pro- that's
about,
probably-
yeah, and it's all about reading tarot cards and stuff. So.
Yeah, so that's probably their app.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
And
check
then,
them out if you like tarot reading.
Yeah, so I was doing single card readings, like where I would just randomly connect with somebody and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to learn how to use my tarot deck. Can I pick a random card and tell you what the card means and see how it applies to you in your life?"
Mhm.
And I did like 5 of those, and I was like, "Cool, I'm learning my deck."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
And then I was like, so then I was reading about 4-card readings, and then I kind of was like 4-card readings, and then Celtic cross spread, your year ahead spread where you do 12 cards for each month and
Mhm,
13
they go, like-
for a summary. Reverse cards, it goes like, so this teaches you a lot. I didn't go through the
Mhm.
whole book yet. I'm kind of like learning as I go.
Yeah.
But then I got my first reading where I read my friend,
Mhm.
and it was scary accurate, like insanely accurate. And then I read his wife, and it was insane. Like they might be in the chat at some point in time, but it was insanely accurate as well. And then,
Well, once you do something you don't know at all, and if that's accurate, then.
well, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's true.
So one of the things,
And I also
obviously,
found it's Lenormand.
okay,
Yes.
Lenormand readings give you the practical insight into your everyday life as it unfolds before you. They're more geared towards looking outwards than looking in.
Oh, cool.
is it a different deck of cards?
No, it's just a different paired with the tarot. They give you, I guess it is, yeah, give you a profound balance overview of your experience, giving you the ability to reflect on how your external circumstances and the events in your life come together to create your personal internal narrative.
Yeah, because it's saying on the app that those cards there's 36 of those cards, and there's 78 tarot cards.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it says to download the app. So Labyrinthos, so just look up on your computer. There's
Yeah.
a whole website.
Oh, cool.
But then I had a reading where I read his daughter,
Mhm.
and she's a lot younger. And then the one thing I was reading in the theories and in the books was, when you do a reading, the person has to come with intent. So they have to have some type of intent of what they want their reading to be.
Mhm.
So if even if you're a skeptic, and as I kind of am, right? So I do think this is still like you can pull life lessons out of, and it's more or less like just giving guidance. But the eerie thing is obviously you shuffle a deck and put cards out in front of you, and if the cards have a meaning and it somehow correlates what you're going through, it's not so much psychic or anything, but maybe it's like, oh shit, even if it's by chance. And if it's a lesson, you should probably take it, right? Like,
Yeah, why not?
it's not going to hurt you. If you're going through depression and a card comes up that says you're depressed and you're going to be fine, just keep fighting through it. Now you could be like, that card can represent literally anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gives
Take
you
it for what it
if
is.
it gives you a glimmer of hope to do it, then go for
Yeah,
it,
why
right?
not?
So all this is up for interpretation, right?
Mhm.
Like I don't think I am a wizard or a magician or a healer because I use these cards.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think they are fun to mess around with.
Yeah.
Maybe I know some people do have awakenings and stuff like that, and they use them for those reasons, and maybe that's awesome. And like you know what I mean. But so doing her reading, we kind of went up, and there was really no intent. We kind of just did a reading.
Well, for a
And I-
kid, I mean, one that I.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
the
it's
strange
like,
thing
"Oh,
is I
give
did
a
a reading with
reading."
her, and she had a friend over the phone with her. And I won't go into the reading because I don't want to put like their personal business out there. But it was insane how she came with no intent, and by the end of the reading, it made itself very clear. Because at first she was like, "That means nothing to me. None of those. Oh, this is bull. None of these cards mean anything." And then I started using the app, and then I cross-referenced into the book. And then she started becoming more forthcoming about, well, this kind of is something. And I was like, well, you have to give me something. Like, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a psychic. But if it means nothing, it means nothing. But if it is, you
If it
can't.
means something,
You
then
can't
let's
put.
talk
You
through
have
it.
you have to kind of not fight with the current. Kind of go with the current a little bit here. Like pick your feet up and let the water take you.
Yeah.
And when we started doing that, like every card made insane sense. Like the point where she was like, "Oh, this is kind of real. I'm out of here." You know what I mean?
Wow.
But it was interesting. So I did have experience where I thought I hit a wall, and I'm like, oh, this made no sense. Like I feel like an idiot now.
Yep.
And then we kind of broke it
That's
down.
so stressful when that happens.
And you're like, and I was like, oh my god. And then it became even more of a breakthrough because of the, like I don't know, it was a different type of reading.
yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone in here also do?
Your mom said it was frozen, but it buffered and it's back. That will happen.
Yeah,
okay.
that'll have everyone and their brother and their sister is on like internet right now because everything going on. But you know, we'll have that. If it is buffering too much, just definitely go back and check out the replay or over on YouTube. It'll have no buffers and stuff because it's a straight file, and then you can check out the
There's
audio.
no buffing rule over there.
Yeah.
No buffer
Another
rule.
thing as well, like our audio is doing really well, but like if you're in your car and you're driving to work or you have a really long road trip and you're like, man, it'd be nice to listen to the podcast. I'm a fan of the podcast, or I'm going to listen to a past episode or listen to a different episode. You can follow us on the same links. Every show is on there. It is very good car ride stuff. Like
Oh, God,
especially if
yeah.
you want to like be a part of, like if you like the show a lot. So if you are on Spotify or if you download a podcast app, make sure you follow us on there and give us because every time we get credit for a download or a play on there, that helps us as well. And like I said, word of mouth is huge. So if you are a fan, buying T-shirts or telling your friends about it, or if you're on the group page, invite some people to them.
Yeah.
We are growing the group page now. Not Cool in High School just hit 500 people,
Which is awesome.
which you're now a member of.
I am.
You and Andy kind of swapped.
Yeah.
Tag team, we
About it.
swap.
Yeah. So Andy left that show to do this show, and then you added.
Yeah.
I-
I do show,
because
yeah.
because with our thinking, it's just like I'm here all the time anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, Tori's pretty much playing rent now. She's
wow.
yeah. I think she's gonna leave her apartment and split duties between her and her parents' house. But yeah, so and I think that's a great dynamic to the show. I think you and Bree and then me and Nikolai. It's like two girls, two guys.
It's nice to have.
What happened?
Yeah.
It sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Andy
What
will be
happened?
possibly joining us
Yeah.
every now and then. Like his seats, he's not officially a member, but his seat's always there for him to want to come back and hang
Yeah.
out. And we are reviewing like horror movies and stuff like that. Not all horror, but like Halloween themed movies
Halloween theme.
For the
And-
month of October.
for
Yeah.
the month of
Not
October.
all the time.
And that'll be
Yeah.
that'll be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock if you want to come follow that show. But yeah, so the group pages are growing, so inviting people to them will be very, very helpful. Oh,
Sorry.
so you have a deck out. You have your and she
So
said
many jokes here.
She said every time we said deck on the autocorrect it was saying dick.
Whoa.
Oh, I love that.
So Tori has her
So
big
whip
her
that
big,
deck out,
She has her
baby.
big deck out.
Yeah.
She does have little decks too. Like she
I have many.
All
she
colors,
has
too.
no
All
discrimination to deck size.
All shapes, all sizes.
All shapes, all
colors.
sizes of decks. Autocorrect is having a blast right now.
I don't discriminate.
Nephew, you can read me anytime. I also want Toy to read me sometime as well. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how I started listening. It was on road trips and I loved it. Oh,
Yeah, podcasts are great for driving. They
Oh,
make
yeah.
the ride go faster. Not just this one, but any podcast of a subject you might be into.
that's
If you want
awesome.
to go through some, you guys
I don't know.
can.
Look at
Do you wanna do? I don't want.
Do me, do me, do
No,
me,
because
do me, do me.
I'm slow and I have to read
I'm
through
slow.
everything.
No, do me, do
And
me,
I'm
do me,
self-conscious
do me,
on camera now because I don't because I have to I have to
All
reference
right,
everything.
so should I do?
I'll tell you when somebody says something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'll start shuffling for you
Okay.
because I want you to do it. And while we shuffle, do you want to tell one of those scary stories?
Oh yeah, you got
Read
one
out
of your
the
books.
book, or do you want me to just pick like a quick monster, a cryptid here?
Whatever you want.
What
Yeah.
state? Give me a state.
Alabama.
Alabama.
I
Okay,
panicked.
it's the beginning.
Alabama.
The inbred monster.
Japan. That's not state. You just run away. Okay, so we're just gonna go with. This has a cool name here. So in Alabama, there is a cryptid that's known as the White Thing.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Yeah, and reports of the White Fang, yes, Fang, that is THANG,
Lot thing.
date back to the 1930s, and reports of the monster vary. It has been described as everything from a dog to a Bigfoot to a ghost. So this is just all the thing here.
To a guy trying to enslave you.
Yeah, the White Fang. But two things are constant. The monster has long white hair and its scream. In the book Legends and Lore of Birmingham and Central Alabama by Beverly Crider, just shout out to her, George Norris, and an eyewitness in the 1940s saw the monster and it looked like a lion. You know, bushy, betwixt a dog and a lion. Let's all start using betwixt.
I'm using that from now on.
It was white and slick with long hair. It had a slick tail down on the end. Wait. It had a slick tail down on the end of the tail, a big old bush of hair.
Big old
That dog had a big old bush of hair on a white thing run past.
That white thing would get run on down.
In the 1930s, the monster was said to run on all fours, even climbing trees to wait for people to walk beneath it. In later decades, it had been described as upright and at least 7 feet tall. Gee, this is a huge cat. Although witnesses say that they can't make out any detail of the monster like hands or facial features. So it's a shadow white cat monster thingy. Monster man, cat man. But it's not the beast's appearance or behavior that causes fright. People who've encountered the White Fang say
White
it's
Fang.
non-threatening. The monster's scream is what shatters people's spirits. The shriek, like a woman or a baby crying, not only barks in the woods at night, witnesses have heard the sound come from the hulking white-haired monster as it loomed over them, screeching into their face.
All right,
And
so
that is the white thing.
The white thing.
The white
just in
thing.
case we do. So, all right, I'm gonna do a reading under protest here.
Do
Don't
it.
judge me.
Jen even said, "Do it."
So you're going to read.
I'll read
Or
Tori.
she's going
Yeah, I'll
to
read Tori.
Yeah, he's going to read.
So to give context to people who may not be listening.
So,
Oh yes. While he was telling that story, I was shuffling the deck that I got him that he's been doing fantastic with.
what did you the entire time you were shuffling? Did you think of an intent of what you want your reading to be?
I did.
Was
Okay.
it sexy?
What is I don't know if what is your intent? Like, what do you want to what is your goal to accomplish in your reading?
The future of my love life.
The future of your love life.
No.
Well, let me tell you something.
All right. By looking at it,
It's not.
by looking at the photos, it's two birds.
Yeah.
So you may be in a polygamy. There's a snake going through a sword
Oh, my.
and a horse. So you do the math, and it looks like something broken. So maybe the horse and you're about to get broke. Tori's mom, I'm so sorry. It's not me. It's
Turn
the
it
cards.
off. Turn it off.
All right. So like I said, I use the book as reference as well as the app.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go both because two of the cards are actually one of the cards is upside down, which gives a different reading. So
Yeah.
and it's funny that you said that you want it to be your love life, and the lovers popped up.
Ooh.
How about it? That's what when it popped out, I was like, oh, interesting.
Hey,
Now the thing with
Hey now.
the
Hey now.
Now the style that I'm trying to do, because
Mm-hmm.
I think it is fine to do a certain type of reading, but this is what I that I want to do with my readings because it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
Is I do 4 cards, but the way I position them is I position them almost in like a T or a cross, but
diamond?
or I look at it as north, south, east, west.
Okay.
I
right?
love this. I've honestly never heard of this style before, and you were like, "This is how I do it," and I was like, "That's really cool."
I made it up, completely made it up, and then I read it clockwise. So I start at east, and then I go south, west, north.
Is there
And
a reason to start at east?
Huh?
Is there a reason to start at east?
I
or-
just picked clockwise.
Okay, I just wondered. Just a
Yeah.
question.
I mean, I could start at the top
Yeah.
and go around,
It's your. You start how you start.
but I don't think it matters
And
where
he's like, I would start at south, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters where you start. But here's the thing that I've kind of realized when I've done this, like readings like this so far. And like I said, I've been doing it for years. No, I've been doing it for a couple of weeks, like a couple days or hours here.
Yeah, it's
it,
great.
it seems like the north and the south and the east and the west cards somehow link together. Like they correlate with each other more, which is weird because the cards aren't touching.
Mhm.
So it's strange.
I
So
think it's cool.
But they're opposite ends.
so this is the description.
Mhm.
Yep. They're opposite ends of the polar spectrum.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the lovers card. Now
Read me.
this is what this card means normally.
Is that the bird card?
Yes.
Yep.
So
Okay,
this
so
is
for
the
those who can't see, it's
Yes,
two
the-
birds
it's
on
two
a card
geese.
Two Canadian geese.
it's two geese.
with like a rainbow explosion behind
Yes.
Yeah.
With a lot of rainbow explosion.
Band name called
it.
it.
Ooh.
Band name called it. Yeah. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna pull it up as well as on the app
Yeah.
because the app gives me the reverse thing. So this is what the book of the designer of the cards has said. This book, the lovers is union, desire, and joy. And the lovers is the 9. Right? That's a 9?
9, yeah.
All right. So one other thing about this too, full disclosure,
Roman numerals.
is I'm dumb. I'm terrible at Roman
You're
numerals.
not dumb.
So I am slowly.
If you don't use them, you're
Yeah.
not gonna.
So it takes me a while to like
V
look
is
at them.
5.
Yes.
When the number's
And then
before
and
it,
then the
you
slashes.
take away. When it's
So
after,
this is
you add.
6.
Yes. I'm guessing. I just said 6, right?
You said 9.
Did I?
It's okay. It's upside down. You're
Yeah.
fine.
So I'm learning my read. I'm relearning my numeral.
Well, how many people use Roman numerals on a daily
Exactly.
basis?
It's like cursive. Like if you
Yeah.
don't use it, you're like,
Yeah.
what is that?
It's
When
just
are you
people
doing-
saying hello? To,
I-
they're saying hello to each other.
I'll do yours whenever you want. So the 2 Canadian geese are mates for life. They're mates for life.
Might be Matt.
Traveling partners with an expansive sky. The lover's card is a welcome sight in any reading, as it suggests a beautiful and strong relationship is on the horizon. Yes, you will experience all the thrills and desire and romance, but meanwhile, you'll be building a solid foundation together. The lovers honor and respect each other, and with that, they will go anywhere. If you are already in a relationship, this is time to be grateful and nourish this rare and precious gem.
But
If you
But-
were,
she's reversed.
if you were a priest, you might not want to see the lover's card. I don't know, maybe you do. I don't
The
know.
reverse of
knows?
this is, according to the app, is loss of balance, one-sidedness, and disharmony. So in a partner, there may be a sense of feeling like one party is giving or taking too much, or feeling in your relationship
Push and
isn't
pull.
mutual, or converse, there may be disagreements between you and two parts within yourself or amongst you and your relationship. So I'll get back to you on that. So once again, I'm still new.
This part might not be future. I mean, this might be recent past.
Maybe. So the thing is here is another thing is I'm still very new to this, so I don't dwell on the card right away. I kind of see what I have, and then I put the story
It's
together.
good. It's better to look at the big picture and then kind of just put the story together once you
Yes,
find
and
it.
Do
now
it your way.
yeah, now you have the Ace of
Have
Swords,
it your way.
Ooh.
which is facing upright, and this means victory, raw strength, and sharp mind. The potential of immense power and success, but remember the sword is double-edged, depending on who wields it. It is powerful and can be used to shelter and protect, to mercilessly strike down a cold and ruthless self-gain. All right, that's what it says for the app. Let's see what
like it.
I want to see what the book. This is gonna be. I'm sorry. This
And the
is
book is the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook by
Yes.
Kim
Yes.
Kranz.
And it's the tarot version, and then they also have Kim Kranz also made the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, which it just has a bunch of different animals in it and it comes with another guide too.
and
so.
we follow her on Instagram.
We do.
Wow, well, there you go.
So the Ace of Swords. When lightning strikes, the whole world seems to light up for just 1 second. It's as though you can see it everywhere, and this vision lingers on even on through the storm. Such as its power of the Ace of Swords. Your mind will become clear, your thoughts precise, with great time to make those decisions you've been putting off.
And this card is not upside down, right?
All right. It's gonna get real personal this podcast.
Come on,
That's okay. You can be personal.
All right.
I'm an open book.
as I chew.
Yeah, please be the ASMR section of this.
Yeah. My intent is eating right now.
All right.
My
So then you
intent.
have the Eight of Wands. See how I'm learning the wands?
Yeah.
I see I'm picking it up. This means sudden movement or change. The Eight of Wands strikes like lightning, so it's weird. It's crazy that we both have two
More
lightning and more lightning.
I love storms. I love lightning.
strikes like lightning. See, I think storms are very refreshing. Like
Oh,
a lot of people
yeah,
look at
they're
them as
cleansing.
like, yeah, it's like yeah.
I always like the rain. It doesn't bother me at all. People are
Right?
Like, oh,
I'm-
it's raining. Like,
I'm that weird.
okay.
I'm
What,
ever
you on a
since
golf course? Why are you upset?
ever since I was a kid, I'm that weirdo that's like once it's like thunderstorming and like lightning and like downpour.
Yeah.
Like my mom and dad and I, like if I'm at their house, like we go out and we just like watch it come
I
in.
sit on the porch.
And it smells
I mean,
good.
I mean, it hurts my
Yeah.
body. The rain hurts my body, but I still love it.
Yeah.
So the Eight of Wands. When lightning strikes, this card is news, change, or clarity in an unsolved situation. You might hear it from an old friend out of the blue, or receive some surprising news that shifts in the direction of your course. This card sometimes means literal movement is on the horizon, so be ready to travel if the opportunity arises. Okay. And then the last card is a Cups card.
It's a horse.
It's a wild.
There's a horse on there. That might be the white thing.
It is the white thing.
It's a big white thing. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups indicates a time of sorrow. A relationship may fall apart, or an old friend may slip away. There will be disappointment or even regret. When this card appears, it's important to not make any hasty decisions. It may also be helpful to look at the type of expectations you place on others. Perhaps they can never change or do enough to please you. So it's not necessarily always about them. Some may be just not compatible, and it's not your fault or their fault. I'm already overanalyzing these cards. So I read the book's version. I just want to go back to, so this is how I'm teaching myself here. I'm going back to the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords on the app says victory, raw strength, and sharp mind. The potential of immense power. We did read that. Yeah. Where's the double-edged sword? All right, so I read that one. Let's go to the wands. And that is the
Eight of
Wands. Eight of Wands is rapid action, movement, and quick decisions. After the struggle, there's the time of quick movement and unstoppable action. You have an overflowing energy and spirit to add to your tasks and protects you. Absolute and piercing willpower combined with swift and sure execution. So, I mean,
Fun.
it's very similar to the other reading. And then the last one here is a cups,
The white thing.
the white thing, which is the 5,
Mr. Ed.
right?
Oh, Wilbur.
5 of Cups is loss, grief, or disappointment. So there's a little bit of difference here in this one. The card signifies a despair and sadness associated with loss. 3 of Cups are overturned, but 2 of them are still upright, indicating there's still change and salvage to be lost. That's interesting. That's 2 completely different readings.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
so one the app says one thing, the book says another.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same idea of the loss, but I feel like this one is more neutral and that one is more the original, I should say, the original definition is more of a
Yeah, so the 5 of Cups no, it's not. So this is time of sorrow and friendship or an old friend may fall apart. So yeah, it is. It's the same. It is the same thing. It's just different take on it, I guess. So it's not complete polar opposites.
A different path to the same destination.
Yeah.
So this card signifies despair and sadness associated with loss. 5 of Cups indicates time of sorrow and a friendship may fall apart or an old friend can slip away. So interesting. All right, so I'm not going to say names or getting any depth with this, but obviously, I know you're looking for your future of your love lives, but you can't know your future until you
See the past.
You see the past or you see what you're going through right now. So obviously, now this is the thing too, where I know more about you than you know what I mean. So I'm
Which
not,
is fine.
Which is I think is bias. Like it could be bias, and this is where my skeptic kicks in. But also, I can't make up what the cards mean, and I can't make up in the order they come. So it is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
Does that make sense to everybody?
That does make sense.
I hope this is entertaining. I hope you guys
It
are
is
liking
very
this.
entertaining. I'm having a great time.
Well, if Jen says no,
Yeah, Jen,
let's talk about the rain. Now.
Jen, if you say turn it the fuck off, we'll switch gears here quick. So lovers upside down,
Lovers.
where this normally means something great, but as we know, it hasn't been like that. So and it was nobody's fault, really. It was more or less like it just wasn't compatible. So this is about straight compatibility
That happens.
and 2
It
geese
does.
who are mates for life. That wasn't the case, right?
Yeah.
Not their fault, not your fault. Just didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
And the swords is something I already forgot. I kind of remember, but I want to go back just to make sure.
I think it was like the victory
Ace.
and the
Yes, victory, rock, strength, sharp mind. So I think going through that, I do think that the victory is there. I think it's everything in life is a learning experience. So
absolutely.
whether it is loss or grief or losing things, there always there can be a positive coming through it well too. So even if you were completely at fault and did something wrong, you can still learn from that experience. You don't have to be proud of it because there's some things that I've done in my past that I'm not proud of, but I do see it as a victory because if I haven't have done it or wouldn't have went through it, I wouldn't be who I am today.
right.
So I think that in correlation is still you came out the other way, quickly, but and at a rapid pace like lightning.
Yeah.
It
was.
because you were like at a point where you were super depressed, like sad about it, and then just like lightning, boom, rain,
was done.
cleansing, you
Yep,
were good.
I got closure. It was done.
Yeah, and then you didn't dwell on it.
Nope.
Which I thought was very impressive because a lot of people
Thanks.
have a hard time with that when it comes to
Someone we know just had
Breakups.
some, problems with that.
Yeah.
We tried to talk some sense into.
yeah.
Aw.
Sometimes people have a hard time.
I thought you were talking about me at first.
Not
I
you,
was
not
like,
you.
I'm right
It's
here.
not you.
It's not her.
Spoiler.
Where were we at here? Wands, right?
Yep.
All right, what was that?
8 of
Wands.
wands.
And-
The
and-
bow
And
staff.
it is like a rainbow lightning strike.
I
hitting
love
the one,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wand
So
there.
it is weird that we are going from 2 different cards that signify rain and lightning. And then this one is also rapid, quick action, and quick decisions.
You're gonna be a quick shooter. You
You
Yeah,
did-
oh, high noon.
You did make quick decisions, and the rain and the lightning cleansed you, and it was like kind of like the both same thing. These are kind of coinciding with each other because the action was very rapid, and you made those changes quickly, and didn't dwell on, I think, which is healthy.
Thanks.
It's something you want to keep in the back of your mind, but also it is now with that coming with it, the loss and the grief and disappointment, where it says losing somebody or a friendship. I mean, when you're in a breakup and you make friends through each other mutually, there's baggage there, and
Always.
once again, like you lean on someone very heavily and then they disappear, or they not so much choose sides, but that can happen. You know what I mean? And that's something that naturally happens
Yeah,
in any.
that comes with everything.
So I mean, so it kind of. I don't want to put too much out of your information on a podcast, but I mean, it without even reading it, it's telling itself.
Right.
Like this is very similar to what you went through recently.
Yep.
So I don't want to but the skeptic in me is like, holy shit, this is super
This is really accurate.
really really accurate, but it's not.
We're just pulling
It's
out
not so
cards.
much it's not me as the reader. Obviously, when I get better at my cards, I can translate this better. But
I think you're doing a great job.
But just reading what the apps and the books are telling me,
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting that it correlates with each other.
Yeah.
And how like victory over loss. It is a double-edged sword. So when you go through things, a sword cuts both ways. So it's going to cut the ties of a relationship, and it'll also cut the ties of possible friendships because they're one and the same sometimes.
Yep.
And those friendships may have came through because of the relationship, or the relationship caused that to be a double-edged sword, which is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And then the breakup was here, and then the rapid, quick action and decision making of after the breakup coincided too. So this is why I kind of like the north, south, east, west.
Yeah,
thing.
I love that way that's set up. That's so cool.
And then what I do is sometimes is I'll do like the next reading, and I'll just put it over top of these.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy because when I did a reading like this earlier, I'm not going to go through it all again because I already have anxiety of reading the last one.
You're fine.
Like I'm
You did
like I'm a
great.
child,
Yeah.
but like it's
No, you did
crazy
so
how they
great.
still now, like before when I did a reading like this and I did 8 cards instead of the 4, it's crazy because the card was still connected to the card it was touching underneath. Like they were on. Yeah, it was really wild.
It's really
That's
cool how
cool.
that does that.
Yeah.
We'll save those, and then later on we can dissect them and everything.
Do you want to do a reading on yours
my.
with Andy?
Yeah.
You wanna
Andy,
re-
do
you wanna be
a
read?
reading, Andy?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, you want to just shuffle them?
Yeah,
Okay.
shuffle them.
I'm going to shuffle the
And then we'll do a virtual reading
Oh
with
my
someone in the
God.
chat.
So fun! Wow. Do you guys want a reading? That's so exciting.
Maybe not a full reading.
No, we'll pull a couple cards.
We'll do like a single card reading. Sound fun?
Can you do that? Can you pull like
Yeah.
one card? Just-
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So once Andy does his reading, whoever wants to do a reading, we'll do one over the chat.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Be ready to type though, because you're gonna have to say in the chat how this affects you.
But I can't type. Wait a minute. How'd you just say that? I don't know.
Speak to chat. Speak to chat. While you're doing that, I'm gonna break all the rules of tarot card reading.
I don't.
And do what? Oh.
Oh, he's gonna go jerk off. I was like, what?
Is that what you said?
I was like, Jesus, John. Yeah.
Here, break this into 3 decks.
Oh, okay.
For me.
Sure.
Don't judge my cleansing process.
You did really great.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. See, I told you
There's
from the first
There's
first
two.
podcast that we did when
So-
we did the tarots. I
so
was just like, I knew you were
three.
going to be able to
After
do this.
the podcast of the first tarot card readings, off camera, I did a reading on Tori, and I didn't have reference of the card, so I had no idea what any card meant. I just looked at the imagery on the card because she used this deck, which I really like this deck
Yeah, it's old school.
The Morgan Greer, I love
because the art is so in depth that I was able to look at every inch of the art and pull a story out of it, and without even knowing the meaning of the cards, I guess I was close to what the art was, and I guess I did a good reading. And I knew less about you at that time too.
Yeah, you did a really good reading. Because it was one matter of we were going through and I just went, and you were like, I don't know if I can do this. I was like, yeah, you can.
I said, do I have to blow them?
Yeah. Okay, I'm telling that story again. So I show up for that podcast, and it's just me and Tony, and I'm going through, and I have my doctor's bag of all my decks, and I sit down as I'm going through them. I go, okay, I do something weird to cleanse my decks, so just it's gonna happen. And so then I sit back and I just go,
Well, real quick, I do this weird thing too that only if you're on the show with me, you understand I'm doing it. I'm not being rude, but when the show is done, I immediately go into edit mode and I start working on the show. I get the photos. I'm editing the photos. Like I have a quick process. Like the turnaround is quick.
Yeah.
I mean, if it looks like shit, that's probably the reason why, because I rush through it so quick. But I'm getting the audio ready to put up right away. I'm putting the video on YouTube. I'm making everything look right. And while that's happening, we're having a conversation usually at the table, and it looks like I'm completely ignoring the person, but I am listening.
yeah, you're
They
listening.
can
You're just-
attest.
you're
I
just
used to have a
doing
friend
stuff.
that when he played video games, he would register, but he couldn't reply until he was done doing what he was doing.
Yeah. So
That's what
she
he does. He'll just be like, I'm listening.
And then, but
Yeah.
sometimes it'll be so long, but like 5 minutes later, and he'd say, "What the fuck you talking about?"
Yeah. So she was telling me that she's gonna do this weird thing, and I think in her because you were still fresh to like
Yeah,
learning
like-
each other, so she was probably like, "This cocksucker is ignoring me."
Well, like old women
Oh,
at
no, I
bingo,
kinda-
they have their little
Yeah.
They have
supernatural
So
things.
she's there doing her thing, and
And I go through the deck and I blow off the stagnant energy, and he looks up from his computer and goes,
is that the weird thing
"Is
you
that
were
the
talking?
weird thing?" And I was just like, "Shut the fuck up!" So now every time he's there, he like makes direct eye contact, and he's like, like,
blowing
"Oh,
the car,
shithead."
blowing the car.
All right, getting into his reading.
Okay, so
Hang out with us. We'll do a reading with Andy, and then we will go through the list. So
Yeah.
Who said me there?
and there's a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
fun.
maybe you could do multiple ones, just a 1 card piece.
yeah, we'll do everyone. So James will go first, then Wendy, then Jen, then Rose,
Yeah.
and Mary. Yeah.
Ooh,
so
Rose from
everybody.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Rose is my. I have 2 of my aunts in the
Oh,
chat.
wow,
which is
that's
crazy.
awesome.
Hi, Aunt.
Well, I think Rose is technically a cousin, but it's one of those things where it's like
The age difference.
the age difference, so we give the respect of aunt.
Yeah, I have a couple of.
Yeah, it's
my
100%
family.
cousin. She's definitely a cousin,
Mhm.
but I give the respect to like Aunt Rose or
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I have an aunt. I have a cousin that aunt, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes
Yeah.
when the age is different.
Mhm.
And I'm really close to her daughters. Like we're like I guess that would be second,
Second cousins.
third
Mhm.
cousins, but we're like the same age.
Yep.
Oh,
Really,
cool.
really cool.
Yep,
yeah.
I have that same situation. So, like the last one,
Yes.
the idea of relationships came up, and you're not
boy.
having it.
No. I was gonna pick health, but
okay.
okay, you could do that if you want.
So what is your intention of this reading? What do you want to learn?
What were you gonna say? Finish what you were gonna say.
All right. So I'll go through, and then what I do sometimes is because the cards are gonna pull out usually, like even if there is something, if the cards are gonna pull stuff out, then it is what it is. But
Okay.
I'll ask what your question was, and then I'll pull some for you for that too.
All right.
So
That's her
'cause-
style. Sorry,
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm making her change her own style. I'll shut up now.
If you could just do it my way, I know how to start it.
if
but
you could just like change
you
everything
stupid
about
broad,
you.
I know you bought me my 1 deck of cards,
Yeah.
but I think
I know
you should do
you.
it my way.
I know you and your mom have been doing this since like birth, but like I just got my first tarot deck, and
But
I think you should.
I
do
read
it.
on Wikipedia.
So the four of wands came out, and that's usually the marriage card.
Whoa.
And I pulled it
Burn
out.
that one.
I pulled it out, and I first went, he's not gonna like that, and I pulled it out, and then there's also the card next to it, kind of like gives a little validation to it. It's the 8 of Swords, and it's usually about being tied down, but it's reversed, so it's kind of just like you're cutting that shit out. You're like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
interested.
not
But
for
you're
me.
you're working on. You're working on your money, and you're working on like your career, because it has like the voodoo priestess here, and she's kind
Ooh.
of like doing her own thing. She's clad in like her money, and she has like her hand in the grapes, and she has like her falcon next to her. So that just like reminds me of just like you like doing your own thing and
Mhm.
working on money and everything.
Green and purple grapes.
Those are your colors.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, it is.
Oh wow, that's so fun. And then there's the ace of swords coming in, and I always see aces as a message. But and also I usually used to say that it's a message about like action, but more and more like it's starting to like, because it's swords are always air signs, like air energy, and so then I see like a lot of like talking and
Oh,
whatnot. So
okay.
I do see like there is going to be like a message a message of success coming for you, like somebody's going to give you a message of success. And then I see the heartbreak card is reversed. So it's almost just like if there was heartbreaks because this is kind of right underneath it, like from relationships, it's almost like there's been enough time and you're healing from them. So it's kind of just,
Yeah, I have no
yeah,
ill
there's
will
no,
towards
yep.
anyone.
Yep, and I see like this card here. It's the 7 of Pentacles, and usually right side up, it's about somebody looking over their field and kind of looking back at all the stuff that they've done. But it's reversed, so it's like this really is not a part of your life. Like you're healed from all that stuff. You're not even looking back on
Quick
it.
question.
Yeah,
Pentacles. Obviously, it's not a pentagram.
Pentacles.
Pentacles.
Yeah.
It's not the same star. Is it the same star?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it literally is a pentagram.
Yes.
Now, is that also the same star used in Wiccan and Wicca? So
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's basically the same thing. I just think the people will use it upside down. Because right side up it's a star, but like inverted, it kind of looks more like the devil with like the horns and like the goat face and whatnot. So that's why a lot of like people like that. Yeah.
There's an A in it. See?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For A for Andy.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that I was learning too is each of the would say the suits, right? So they are very similar to a real deck of cards.
Yes.
Each one is the court card. They're court cards, and each is a family. So the wands are vibrant, well-loved family. They make dangerous enemies, and usually lighter skin and hair tone. That's usually, not always. The cups family is artistic, open-minded, quiet. A family of dreamers, light skin and hair. Sword family, well-educated, highly receptive. Not necessarily a warm family. Usually dark skin and hair, dark skin or hair. Pentacles are very grounded, deeply connected to nature and home, and may have darker hair and eyes.
And that's probably coming from the fact that each of the suits represents an element. It's water,
okay.
fire, earth, and air. So the
Pentacles is
pentacles are
earth.
earth.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, the swords are air signs. The rods or the wands are usually are fire, and then the cups are obviously water signs. So and it makes sense because how cups, like the family, are very like artistic and fluid and whatnot because it's
Jesus.
because
Someone just got a
ooh.
message.
Oh, Nikolai just sent me pictures of the chairs.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
And like pentacles, like they're very earthy and whatnot because pentacles, even though they have to do with money, it's also just about material and like physical things like the earth and everything. Like so.
No, money based off gold, silver, found in the earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're a judgment.
Yeah, judgment in reverse. So usually, like, as I know, you had mentioned like in the past, like there were like people that were just kind of like, you should settle down, blah 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 blah. And I feel like that might not be a problem anymore, or if it is still a problem, you're kind of just past it. And then I have justice in reverse too. Let me pull another card for that
Justice and judgment.
one. And then the Queen of Cups.
Now we just got executioner.
If that would have came out, that would have been great.
Yeah.
The execution. If there was an executioner card that I had no idea about and it just popped out. Here, let me actually move this and just move all this
Give us
up.
some space here.
Yeah.
Scratch my beer.
Yeah.
Don't touch my
Doesn't
giggle.
the heart remind you of the Shawn Michaels tattoo they has on his arm?
I'm actually gonna get that
The heart
tattoo
with,
done.
with heart without swords in it.
I'm getting it redone by like the same style art. The heart going through the sword with the snake around it. But I'm gonna get it done, the art redone, but the same imagery
Okay.
by Bishop, and I'm gonna get tattooed in the same spot Shawn Michaels has his.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So going back, like the justice is reversed, and I'm not really seeing anything about like justice, but like I noticed that upright, her scales are unbalanced. So, and even though it's reversed, so I feel like you're coming into balance with your own life and everything that you're doing. So then when it comes through, I'm almost feeling like the right person will come when they come and when you're ready for it. But right now, you're obviously not ready for it. So it's not being presented to you because you don't want it.
Okay.
So, and then with the
There's
page
a lot of
Cups-
women in your reading.
Yeah, there
I
is.
like my girls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you like your women. I'm gonna come back to the Page of Cups for that one.
Page.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a naked lady. Her boobies.
I was gonna say the star.
She's getting you some water.
Want some of that booby water? No, I
Please.
don't.
No,
I just kind of want water.
You want some bubs water?
Yeah.
I hate that. There's two O's for a reason.
That's what-
say ooh.
That's what old white women say. Boobs. Old Polish white women.
Don't say it.
I hate that.
I take double O's to make them use, and it drives her crazy.
Oh, I hate it, especially the other one. I can.
Pup.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I hate it.
Oh, I take it out. Take it out.
What would you say for wood? Wood?
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't, but I would now.
Wood. I mean, but
some
honestly,
wood?
everybody just says, nobody says wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, would.
I'm
Well, you
trying to
take
think of
the
another word
action,
with two
touch
O's.
the wood.
Oh.
Foot? Want some foot? D?
I'll tell you
Wanna
what.
eat what's a foot?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go up in the woods and I'm gonna take a big old pup.
Oh. Apparently Joe Pesci had to say
I
that.
fucking hate you. I fucking hate you so
I
much.
just hope I don't step out of my foot.
Rich says that. Oh boy.
You say pup? Two U's?
No. But I do like, and then like this is kind of like talking about like, oh, I do
just
love
realized
my
how
ladies.
crooked my hat is. Look at
It is a little crooked.
Look stupid. Why did no one tell me?
It looks fine.
He's like,
Welcome to the podcast.
I do see like right now, like I'm gonna say this is reverse and this is future. Or, I mean, this is present and this is future. So I do see like you do love the women, you do love the women, and they're kind of like they have their purpose. I mean, their boobs are out, so
They have their purpose.
And then I do see like with everything like that the queen that will eventually come along, like she will be. She's upright, and where this one's just kind of like. These ones in the past or future are just kind of they're feeding you. They have a purpose. She's dumping the water, like she has a purpose.
Just gonna...
Thank you. But like this woman, like in the future, like there will be a woman like the queen that comes along, and she's got she's holding the sword. She has the heart of gold. She has like all this sorts of stuff. The moon at her feet, everything. So
big cupcake. It looks like there.
There's the cupcake. Where
What's that? Is that
A flower.
That's a flower.
Okay.
It's a lotus.
Maybe it's a cupcake shaped like a flower.
It might be. So watch out for blonde broads with cupcakes that look
Blonde
like flowers.
broads. Oh Jesus.
Naked
Blonde
ones with
broads.
pitches of water.
But I like my brunettes with glasses.
Well, too bad.
I guess it's too bad. Here's your blonde chick.
Too bad.
Take this blonde dame already, will you?
Take that blonde dame.
The brunette's tied up with swords around her at the moment.
That's you. That's you not wanting to, and you're not even looking back anymore. And yeah, you're not
no,
really.
you know, I don't look back. I'm not mad anyway. No.
You're very, very just right here. You're very in the now all the time, and I mean that's a really good way to be. But I mean,
yeah,
you're not looking for it. You don't want it.
No,
You're just hanging out.
You're happy with your video games, your cat, and your
You know,
Pornhub.
I am.
If you're happy with your video games, clap your hands.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, blonde, Alexa. What's
Yeah.
the bliss?
There
now
you
she's,
go.
Now she's with the fiend.
Yeah.
You lost your chance. All right, let me scroll up quick and see who the first person
Yeah, and pick a
that says
card.
I do.
Now,
Pick
do you
a
want them to
card.
pick like a deck, or do you just make it easier? Just pick a card.
All right, so we'll
Like,
start.
Maybe give a number and you can count that number out of the card. I don't know. Like
We'll start with James.
Yeah.
James is first.
Like, let's say if James picks number 7, you would count 7 cards in. And that is his card.
Well, we'll just
You
go
wanna
right
do
up top.
that? Okay, do you want to just go
Let's
right
go
up
right up
top?
top.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so James, you got the what's that? It's
4 of Wands.
Is it a 4?
Mhm.
4 of Wands. Once
So
again,
it's a diamond with wands like crossing the top and crossing.
let me
the,
show
yeah,
you.
Yeah. So that way he knows.
all right, James. The 4 of Wands. This card is your daily read. This is your 1 card read. So if this applies to you, let us know. This card means completion and celebration. You've done it. The 4 of Wands is a card of completion. Your labors have been steady and strong, and the harvest will be plentiful. In other words, it's time to party. There may be an upcoming event to mark this occasion, a graduation, a wedding, or a celebration of some kind. So enjoy yourself. And those that you love, this is an exciting and prosperous time for you. So if that applies to you,
That's a good read for you. That was for James?
that's for
Yeah.
James. So the next, so if that I can't scroll down. So if you guys want to keep an eye on the chat for that, we'll do that. Now,
Oh, yeah, because you got to stay when you run out.
I'll give it a quick shuffle, and then we'll do
Quick shuffle.
we'll do Wendy next.
Wendy, it's my mom.
I'll do Wendy.
Not Wendy's, the mascot from the fast food company. That
Yeah.
I referenced earlier.
Listen,
Wendy, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wendy, Jamie Lee Curtis. I also do love Wendy's food, so
No, I don't care for Wendy's. If I was going to a fast food place, they'd probably last on the list. I mean, if
Really?
you gave me some Wendy's, I'd be like, okay. You know
I'm
why?
I'm gonna read all of these as they're right side up
They
too.
put mayonnaise in every fucking hamburger by default, and I hate that. This is an original old fashioned. Well, fuck you. I don't want mayo on my burger. One time I said no, and they put salad dressing on. I was like, this is not. This is what you do. You don't give me something similar. Just give me nothing. Fuck Wendy's. Fuck Dave Thomas. I'm glad he's dead.
All right.
Yeah, that's my statement on Wendy's.
So anyway,
That one really got me. I'm glad he's dead.
Dave Thomas. All right. So you got
There's so many people saying, "Who's Dave Thomas? And why does he hate him?"
Oh
So
my
you
God.
got Wendy. You got the 3 of Pentacles.
Oh, and there's another Wendy in there too.
Oh, there's 2 Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy Nicodemus is
Ooh,
our.
that's a
is,
last name.
I know, right? Her original,
It's like a
her
good
her
cookie.
maiden name is Fru.
I like
The easiest
Nicodemus
name,
better.
and then Nicodemus. Yeah, she's our music director.
Oh, nice.
At
Well,
Shenandoah.
thanks for watching.
Yeah,
Wendy,
thank you, Wendy.
So Wendy, your mom, got
Mm-hmm.
the 3 of Pentacles, which is the 3 is teamwork, determination, and focus.
Wow.
The task ahead is a monumentous one. So this one has 3 pentacles in front of a
A
large
red, a
mountain.
yellow, and a green one, or is that blue? I can't really
Blue.
see from
Blue. In front of a large mountain. Hard to see. We don't have autofocus.
That's okay.
Yeah. Usually related to your job or your career. The Three of Pentacles suggests you must focus all of your efforts. Discipline, strategy, and hard work are needed more now than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. This is a card of teamwork. So you may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. So I think this is what this is really saying is obviously we're in your work or your personal life or whatever it is that you do. Is going to be a large task at hand. If you're not already there, it's coming, but don't think you have to do it alone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Work for the ones around you to help you get through it. And once you get to the top of the mountain, it's all downhill from here.
Because I know, yep, work is what she was thinking about. She said, yep. Because my mom has a tendency to not ask for help because she's a boss bitch and she doesn't ask for help.
Ask for help. That's what the
Ooh,
cards
that one
are saying.
fell out, so that's for the next person.
All right. Another wands. So who's next?
What do we say after Jen?
Uh-oh. It says you're currently offline.
Uh-oh. Really?
All right. It says you're restored.
Oh, good.
Oh, no. It just got disconnected. Reconnect. Please reconnect.
Oh, jeez. That sucks, right? When we need the people on.
Yeah. All right. I think we're back. Whew. Thank God. My internet went out for a second, but then it caught itself. I think we're good. It's buffering. I think we're good, though. All right, so we're going to do Jen next. Jen, your card actually jumped out of the deck.
Yep.
Like, your card shows itself. So that's crazy.
It might have been me. I don't know if it was me connecting to your Wi-Fi to pull up the stream.
It might have been.
So I just stopped it. And
Might have been you. You
disconnected.
might have sabotaged everybody.
I did. It's my fault.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
All right, so you got the Seven of Wands. This card means courage and inner strength. It is a wand on fire. A single wand stands tall, ablaze with light. The others fall away in shadow. Such is the story of the seven wands. You will not find any strength or support from others, only yourself. This is time to be truly courageous and stand up for yourself and your beliefs. You may feel overwhelmed with caution and fear, but your eternal fire will guide the way. So you may go through some things right now that may require you to dig deep and find your inner strength and find that light inside of you. You may have a lot of people around you say what you're doing is wrong or they're not agreeing with it, but you got to stand up for yourself and really push forward and persevere here.
Yeah.
All right. Next will be my Aunt Mary.
Ooh.
Aunt Mary.
So the funny side that my landlord texted me and said that there's no heat right now because I guess we have like 3 apartments of top garages, right? And I said that's no problem. I didn't even turn it on yet. So I'm like,
thank you.
I will not be affected. It's like no one will get to it till tomorrow morning. Probably. Like, well, and then he said those people are coming,
I have a shit ton of blankets. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I was like, I have not turned it on yet, so no problem.
All right. So Mary, your card. The Son of Swords.
Ooh, it's a cool owl thing.
It is.
And before I got distracted,
Looks like Hedwig.
I was gonna see if I could take a picture and then post it in the chat, but then would that interfere with the like?
I don't think it would.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah.
All right. So the Son of Swords is forceful and determined, which it is. That's our family. A dynamic creature. The Son of Swords is a man of attraction, not of grace. He pushes forward towards his goal with urgency and determination. To top it off, he's very well educated, making him a force to be reckoned with. Usually,
I can't do that because
Usually,
turn it
he's
off.
seeking approval from the patient and just father of swords, who casts quite a shadow onto his son. Working with this stimulating and exhausting young, the man can prove to be a challenge. So, I think what this is saying is, I mean, obviously, I don't think the whole idea of being a son and a father doesn't apply to you because you're not a boy, but I don't think that really matters in this situation. I think you are educated, you are very determined, your work ethic is very strong. Just kind of a backstory without really getting into too much of her personal. She's she's the only sister, I believe, who went to college and like made something. I'm not saying that none of my other aunts did anything with their lives, but she was the first one and the youngest to kind of set the trend that no one else really did before her.
Very cool, Mary.
So she maybe the big shadow is her large family that casted like everyone had kids early, and she went to school. She played basketball. She was very determined, and she fought her way through it. So I think this is I don't know how this would apply to your future or a story that you're going through now, but I think the fact that this card came out, and fun thing is her dad always said that she's the son she never had because she was very athletic and into sports.
That's so
Oh, wow.
funny.
So that may be something. So maybe that's just a sign saying that this was absolutely for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
yeah, it's fun. I like it. That was Mary. What's chat say?
Yeah, so I couldn't take a picture because there's no way for me to mute the chat.
Yeah.
Like my
Okay.
phone was on silent, and still, like when you watch a video, for some reason it doesn't.
It was like,
work.
just
Yeah.
kidding.
All right, Rish is next.
Okay.
Rish is our little spook buddy.
I wonder if we'll get a
our
little
spooky buddy.
like one with a dog or a cat or something, or an animal.
I don't think there's a dog in the deck.
Well, we should do one of the spirit. Where's the animal deck?
That one.
You wanna? Oh no,
Actually,
you probably
we'll
better
see.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go
Tori
by
do
my
that
book.
one.
I want to learn my book here. This is helping me learn my cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're not gonna tell you what those cards mean because they're not
Yeah.
in that thing. No, I know.
Oh, this is a cool looking card though. Maybe not a good card. I don't know.
No, it's good.
It is.
It's a rose, like wilting.
It's a dead rose.
No, it's still alive a little bit.
It's pruning itself. That's what I
Yes.
see.
It's it looks like it's dead. All right. The Five of Pentacles. Oh boy. Sadness, worry, and illness.
Jesus.
COVID much?
Rish, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Rish. This wasn't us. That's the cards. The Five of Pentacles is a card of hard times. It may come
Hard
in the form.
times, that is.
It may come in the form of illness, job loss, financial trouble, or rejection. All of the above. This is there will be worry. There'll be so much worry. This anxiety is a counterproductive and damaging. You must find a way to quiet the mind during this difficult time. Rely on meditation or visualization to find peace. So, what this says, maybe it's already there, and but she's I could relate to her a lot. Like I'm still learning a lot about Rish, but she seems like someone, even though things are tough, when she's out and she's around people, she still puts a smile on.
She's great. I haven't even met her yet, and I think Rish is
very,
great.
very positive energy. So I think if this is something you are going through or you're about to go through, rely on meditation, visualization to find peace. So really, really dive into your own head and really find that your safe space and find things that make you happy, and you're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Whether it be sickness or job loss or whatever that may be, or financial issues.
I'm gonna pull an animal card for her.
Pull an animal card for Rish after that one.
And then the next will be
Stingray.
Stingray. You killed Steve Irwin.
Oh, that's
But all your chakras are imbalanced.
Yeah.
Or in balance and not
Yes.
imbalanced.
You killed Steve Irwin. All right. Next up is
Poor Rish.
my Rosie here, Rosie, and you got
The magician.
the magician, which is is that what we
Leopard?
a leopard
A leopard.
or a so the magician that's a
Let me do the beauty guru thing.
high what do they call those cards the
major arcana.
it's a
Major
major
and
it's a
minor.
major. So the magician is all right. So this is self-empowerment and action. Once again, my family. That's what we do.
There you go, man.
The magician is a card of boundless, expansive energy. Where many find the major arcana deal with stillness or aspects of the mind, this card is all about action, action, action.
Ooh.
It's time to see yourself as the wildcat. Embrace
Whoa.
his speed, grace, and abilities. Don't be afraid to begin. You have all of the power of the four elements within your reach. Now is the time to use them.
wow, Rose.
The Albuquerque
Make an action.
Wildcats
Yeah,
from High School
make
Musical.
she's gonna be an action movie star.
Yeah, so if there's something,
Yeah,
if there
that's
was
what that
something you
means.
were even contemplating, or something you wanted to do, or something you were thinking about doing, or something in general that may be weighing you down, but you're just trying to find the right time to make your moves to do it now and work your ass off to do it would be my thing here.
Yeah.
Do it
Kevin
now and
Kevin
ask
wants a card.
questions later. Kevin.
Kevin gets another major arcana. Is it? No.
The world-
The
yep.
world. The world.
The world.
Looks like a
Kevin,
fancy Italian cookie.
Kevin, you are going to save the world.
The
Kevin, you
world.
have superpowers.
I hope Kevin's still
If
here.
Andy were to do tarot
yeah.
readings, you're gonna save the world. You're
Well,
a superhero.
there is a deck of cards I want to buy. They are on Etsy. They make the DC characters and the Marvel characters on cards,
That's
which
so cool.
which would be a great way for me to learn, because I know those characters. So the world means wholeness and completion. The world is the final card in the journey.
Oh yeah, it's on the book.
Yeah,
the cover of the book.
yeah. The final card in the journey of the major arcana. It signifies completion, harmony, and contentment. It is rare to experience this energy, as we are usually consumed by wanting, needing, and achieving. So when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image of the card close. Close your eyes and envision this radiant energy inside of you. What does it feel like? Where is it located? What blocks you from feeling this sense of wholeness? And reach for it every day of your life.
Wow.
So you may be in a you might be in a better place than you think you are, Kevin. And if you feel like you're at that place, whatever you are doing to do it, keep there. Close your eyes and keep visioning it. Work on your meditation. If you do meditate, if you don't, I would, maybe don't start, because you figured it out, bro. You win. You win tarot cards.
Jen? Did Jen do that one yet?
Yeah, we got Jen.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
Let's see who we got.
Did you get the other Wendy?
Did she ask for one?
I don't know.
This is too much. I'm crying. Hold on. I'm just trying to catch up to
Who
the chat
said
now.
that one?
We said
Probably
something that was
Rish.
funny or something.
Oh, I was like, oh my god.
hoping it means like a retire soon.
You can.
Oh wow, dude, this makes a lot of sense. I've been actually dealing with anxiety for a month. Well, there you go. Well, listen, Rish, this is now the time to self-reflect and work on your mind and get it right.
Plus, we got a good month coming up of fun stuff.
Yeah. It's holiday time.
Mhm.
And then Rish's mom can make barbecue for Thanksgiving like she did that one time. Like all the food, and
Holy
she
crap,
goes, and I
we
also
got-
made some barbecue. I was like,
What?
I think it was barbecue.
Max wants a card. I'll give Max a card. We got the dead rose again.
Oh my god! Are you sure you didn't put that
I'll
down?
shuffle
Pick
it.
it back
I'll
up?
shuffle it. I'll shuffle it.
Shuffle it
just
just
in
in
case,
case.
because someone just got that a couple cards ago.
And it is a dead rose.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, it's the same thing Rich is. If you're going through anxiety, depression, now is the time to get your mind. So, I mean, if that's the card, we will pick another one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing with Rich. You may be going through a lot mentally, when it comes to anguish or sadness or mental illness or illness in general.
Mm-hmm.
But work on mental stability. Yep. Envision what you have to work on, and you'll get through it. But I will give you another card.
As my grandmother used to say, get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
All right, so it is another Pentacle card.
It is. It looks like a flower bush type.
It looks like
thing.
a
I don't
yeah.
know.
It looks like
It
a
looks
branch.
like a twig with the devil all over it.
Ooh, no, there's like little. Are they berries or are they flowers? I can't
No,
tell from here.
they're the pentagrams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The pentacles, sorry, not the pentagrams. But it's funny because the initial card that came out was the 5, and now this is the 6th. So this is if that card still represented you, the 5, this is progression. So we gave you a 2-card reading: prosperity, growth, and generosity. The 6 pentacles indicate that your long admitted fruits are ready for harvesting. Bring more wealth and are bringing more wealth than anticipated. Make sure you are generous during this bountiful time. This card also signifies generosity coming from someone else. This can be, in this case, accept their help with grace and put forth the resources to you good use. So I'm dumb and I can't read sometimes. So Max, pretty much what that's saying is, if, like I said, we gave you 2 cards there, and it's crazy that it was in order like that.
Yeah.
So if you have enough to give to somebody, do it at this point in time, because it seems like something you need to do. And if you don't have it to give, maybe someone's going to reach out and give it to you, and take that gift don't take it for granted, and take the help and go for it.
There you go.
There's your card, buddy.
Might be a musical, maybe new band.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, man,
I don't know. I've never met.
I think you have enough bands at this point. I'm a hypocrite because I have 48 podcasts. So,
I was gonna say.
I think if there's anyone in
Shut your goddamn mouth.
if there's anyone in the world who I could relate to the most when it comes to work ethic, it's Max Bolton, because he does more podcasts than I think we're on the same level when it comes to podcasts and bands. We work our asses off. All right, Tangi wants a card.
Tangi, that's a name.
The world again. So I mean, the world is, it seems like you have inner peace, keep going, but I will give you another one just in case.
Yeah.
The Emperor.
The Emperor.
It's a tree with a dark sun.
Ooh.
I like it.
It's fun.
Ow.
The Emperor's a major arcana, right?
Yep.
I'm still learning.
You're
All
doing
right.
great, sweetie.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I'm trying to
The
read.
Empress. It should be next to the Emperor.
Ooh, the Empress. It's Empress of tomorrow. It's Oscar.
Yes.
Oh, I like Oscar.
The Emperor card for Tangi: protection, stability, and the father. The Emperor is a father. He is the Tarot's perfect counterpart to the Empress. He represents a side of you that is protective, decisive, and truly stable. He brings clarity of mind, and in turn, his turn leads to actions or decisions. Sometimes this card is the little points to a paternal relationship in your life. At other times, it suggests reconnecting with a part of you that stands strong and tall and knows just what to do. With the help from the sun, the Emperor can see for miles and miles.
There you go.
Ah, that's a good one there.
That's a really good
And who is that
one.
for Tangi?
Angie, yeah.
How do you spell it?
Tangie.
Oh, wow.
I went to
That's
school.
really cute. I like that.
I went to
name.
school with Tangi, and she was also obsessed with pro wrestling, and we used to talk
Oh,
pro
well,
wrestling.
then I like her.
There
And
you go.
Her favorite growing up was Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Jeff
She
Hardy.
was a
Okay.
huge Jeff
Oh,
Hardy
good
fan.
for
Yeah.
you.
She was one of the first
Okay.
people when I went to North School that actually was like a friend. She was
Oh,
actually
wow.
she's very nice to me because I was a new kid.
We
in school.
stand for Tangi. We
Yeah.
like her.
She
here.
was yeah.
You know, she still likes wrestling someone. I know it's
I hope
terrible
you
right
still
now.
yes. I hope you still like wrestling, Tangi.
Yeah.
And thank you for being sweet to me while I was at North School when I didn't have when I was the new kid and didn't have many friends.
Aw.
All right.
Up next.
Those things are remembered. That's
yeah.
sweet.
Well, we don't have any more. I mean,
Is that it?
I think
Oh, wow.
we got everybody.
We went through everybody. Well, that's
yes,
cool.
she still loves Jeff Hardy.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Damn it. I'm like Jeff Hardy right now. I'm drinking booze.
Hey, come on now.
he's overcome his
come on
demons. So
now.
we pulled a card about it.
He's
Yeah.
overcome his demons, he
We
says.
had a whole
I'm just not
storyline
getting
about that.
I'm just not getting piss in my face.
Yeah, well,
It was out of control. It was the stupidest storyline
it
ever.
was.
All right, so yeah, so give me like 16 years and I'll be a tarot card reader.
No,
And
you're a
I'll-
tarot card reader
Mr.
now.
Cleo.
Yeah.
Miss Cleo.
But thank you guys so much for hanging
Yes,
out.
thank you.
Any suggestions for next week? Because I got a good one.
What's
thought of.
yours?
You ever heard about the arcade game that was supposedly made for mind control? Polybius?
No?
Polybius? It's can be pronounced many ways. It was this video arcade machine that supposedly came out in the mid 80s
Okay.
and Seattle and Washington, and it said that the government made it to do to read people's minds and control them. That would play this Polybius game. Polybius. It was actually in The Simpsons.
MK Ultra.
And Angry Video Game Nerd does a whole video about it. But it's this whole thing, and then the game was actually
And
there was this rumored game that was to exist.
Then the
We're
government took
doing
that
it.
game and made Google.
yeah, but that's what it was like, mind control and the
Oh, I like
in
that.
this video arcade machine called Polybius or Polybius.
There's a really good documentary right
Polybius.
now on Facebook on Netflix. That's it's I think it's called The Social Dilemma.
Okay.
And it goes to how the internet studies you, what you search, what you like, what you don't like, what you spend more time on looking, what you spend less time on looking. So
Algorithm.
so it literally breaks every single second of your life down. So if you are someone, and I'm not trying to bring politics into it, but if you're someone who's very right leaning and you lean towards all that, the internet is actually programming itself to cater to what you're into. So if you're into a certain belief or a certain way of thinking, the internet's going to cater everything that you see for the most part to it. And even if it's anti what you're against, it'll show you even more of that to counteract more of what you believe in.
Yeah.
So it actually makes you very one-sided
Yeah.
in your beliefs in your mind, because it makes you very closed-minded to the other side, because it's forcing things. Like you could take, if you on your phone in School County Google red roses and then Google it again in Wisconsin, because of where you are and what the people Google. I'm just using that as an example,
Yeah.
but they're two different complete searches in two different demographics of the world, because what people do in one area is an
Versus
algorithm
another.
versus another.
Yep.
And it's a really
Because
interesting
it's all
way.
about data collection and seeing what you're doing and
Yeah.
what you like. It's all about the cookies.
You know what's funny is I think I have the internet confused because I am into everything.
And they're like, we don't know what this guy's
Because
doing.
I search something, they search exact opposite.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. So if something comes up in the politics, like something anti-Trump, I'll read what the anti-Trump thing is, and then I will Google the exact opposite to see what the other spectrum's saying, and then I try to find the middle of the road, and I try to get that. I try to get three. Like that's with everything I search. So if I search a ghost story, I literally try to find three different views of it.
views of
Yeah.
it.
So the internet's like, you're breaking us.
Like, we can't make him angry.
Yeah.
Did that person say I love cookies? I mean, that's great. I don't know.
Well, she said the cookies of the internet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love cookies too.
And then they made Amazon Alexa. Yeah, it's a very good
Exactly.
documentary. What do you guys think? What are some topics that you guys
Would you want
that you would like us to cover?
alien, ghost, monster, conspiracy?
Conspiracies, cults,
Yeah.
Amida.
A moida?
Amoida?
Actually, I had one that I wanted to do very
What's that?
soon. I want to do like possession, but I want to
Yes.
do like I want to try to find a story where someone has died from an exorcism, but
We
where
can cover all aspects. We can cover the mental health. We can cover the actual
because
phenomenon.
that's my belief in it. I think a lot of what we deemed as exorcisms back in the day were just people with really bad mental health that were undiagnosed and tortured to the point where they died.
I could definitely see, because I know there are definitely accounts for that. Like people have died. So
Yeah, I think the most recent one we kind of googled on a previous episode was like in the 80s or 90s
Yeah.
in Brazil.
Somebody said cults, but you have to kind of narrow that down.
Yeah, if there's a certain cult you want us to do,
Yeah.
Waco would be a great time.
Whoa, Waco.
And then Jen said Polybius, whatever.
Oh,
The game?
Oh, the one that Andy said before the game. We can do that one.
Yeah.
We'll make a list.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the big thing here too is if, like I said, you guys are fantastic. You've been here the whole time.
Thank you guys so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for watching.
The viewership has been fantastic.
You guys are just so incredible.
Tell a friend, tell a
just-
neighbor.
Tell a
It
friend.
makes me
Tell
all
an enemy.
emotional.
Yes. So if you go to the like page, you can invite your whole friends list, which is great.
Look at all that's happening right now.
Oh, look at people liking the stream.
I'm
I
gonna
love it.
cry.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm gonna
But-
actually cry.
But the thing is the group. I think the like page is cool. Obviously, if the like page goes up, that's very helpful to us. But the group page, I'm kind of leaning more towards so now is because I want that to be interactive. I want people to be.
Yeah.
So if you come across a cool story or a topic you want us to
I
cover,
was gonna say a topic that you guys are
share
talking
them in
about.
the group page, and like the more people
Share us a link for Waco on
Yep.
there.
The more you guys or you find a cool documentary or a cool spooky
Yeah.
movie or anything like that, share it with us. Interact with some of those group things. Those group things are made just for as much as you as anyone else.
Heidi.
Oh my God, Heidi! Can I bring a water when your show's over? Yeah, I'm bringing you a water, and I'm spitting in it.
I'm dumping on your face.
But yeah, definitely invite people to the group page. I know.
Because if you guys enjoy talking to each other in the chats, like you could do that all the time, even when there's no when there's no thing going on in that group chat.
We can trick the algorithm of Facebook, and if more
Yes.
people are interacting and talking with that group, it'll put us in a bigger demographic to get more exposure to our group.
Yeah.
And then when we get more exposure and we go to places like, hey, we want to come do a show at your thing, and they say, oh my God, you have 3,000 subscribers.
Wowee.
We want you here because you'll give us business. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool because Rish's cousin.
Who are we talking about?
I just had a brain fart of her name. So she's seen our page of us going to Jim Thorpe, and then she went the couple days after, and was like, well, I'm here. I might as well go do it because they're like, because it refreshed
Oh,
Nikki. Yeah, it refreshed
fun.
my mind of
No, it wasn't Nikki. It was her sister. I'm drawing a blank right now. So she was just there. Haley.
I think it was I think it was her cousin.
Well, they're all. It's relations.
Oh, I'm having
What did
brain
you say?
fart.
You
think they're
guys are so
cousins.
fun to watch. Is that my mom?
Yeah, that was your mom.
Ha
about that?
But
I'm coming for your eye
Yeah.
game.
and that's a cool thing too. Like if you guys say we do the Jim Thorpe prison, and you guys go and book a trip at the Jim Thorpe prison and say I'm here because I heard on the podcast.
Yeah, and if you do that, just literally drop our name.
Yeah, that stuff.
That would be great.
That would
stuff
make that
helps.
guy so happy because like, wow, then it was worthwhile. They did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here's the thing too, and if you guys obviously support is great, you're buying our merch and that's amazing. But if that guy gets business because of this, and he hears that we're the reason they got business because they heard it through us, like it make this full disclosure, they're hooking us up. Like normally what we're doing in there would cost money. And they're waiving fees because they like our show and they want to work with us.
Yeah, people
So-
I'm just so grateful.
Exactly.
Like,
So if we can
everyone's just so
then
nice.
turn that to them and say, hey, we're gonna support your business because you're supporting us, and our
Yeah.
fan base does the same thing. I think that's very important.
yeah.
So that's really cool. We're excited for it. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna see a lot of cool stuff for the show. We're only 11 episodes in, and I think, and this is
crazy.
the most interacted show
This is so fun.
Yeah.
out of all of them
Ain't
so
that
far.
something?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Quick plugs. If you like Andy's face, you can see him every
You
Thursday.
go to my
night.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Check out
You
his
can-
OnlyFans. If you like his face, you should see his feet.
Yeah.
Great
Go
feet.
crazy.
He's with me every Thursday on Tornado Tag Podcast. We talk all things professional wrestling.
Yeah.
If you love Tori's face, you can see her now twice a week on the IWEP
Oh my.
network.
Whoa.
She will be with us live tomorrow night on Not Cool in High School. We're going to be talking video
About
games, movies, comic books,
Halloween Town.
and the main topic is the movie Halloween Town.
Never even heard of it.
I love it. It's a Disney Channel.
It's a
type
Disney Channel
original.
movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually going to watch it tonight after the show's over.
I'm so excited.
Are you hanging out and watch it with me?
Yep.
All right. We're going to be here late.
Here's the thing. Is there singing?
No, actually.
Oh, good.
I was already told I'm going to hate it.
Ugh. Is
Yeah.
it? Is it cartoon or is it?
No,
cartoon.
it's live action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it live action?
Yeah, there's actual actors and stuff in it.
So that's what we're gonna watch tonight. And
I
we're
think
gonna,
it's great.
And we're gonna review and talk about it tomorrow. Just to kind of give you a heads up, if you want to check out Knoxville High School tonight or tomorrow, we talk about Halloween Town. The next week we talk about Hocus Pocus. Then the next Tuesday is going to be not next night, but next week is going to be Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh my.
Also, there's something cool about something there too. I have to send another email out, but I think I forgot to even plug this. Mary, I'm surprised you didn't remind me. I have to make a phone call or an email tomorrow. We may be doing a live podcast, not live, but recording another podcast in another location
What?
in Reading
Reading, New York City.
on stage at Shocktoberfest. So we may be doing a podcast
Shocktoberfest.
at Shocktoberfest.
That is so freaking cool.
Yeah, and they're doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show night, so we can go up there and support.
Yes, we could do a Shadowcast view.
Yes.
Yes.
So we might be doing that very soon as well.
I'm so grateful for
I
everything.
completely forgot about that. So yeah, we there's very, very possible we'll be doing a podcast.
I'm so excited.
I don't know if Shocktoberfest even had a podcast ever done before. There,
I don't
So
know.
that'll be the first. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna say no, but I don't know.
Listen,
You never know.
it's gonna be cool to see, like, when you're watching the show. Obviously, you see the studio and you see the banner, but like on Sunday when you watch the show, the background's gonna be the Jim Thorpe prison.
Yeah.
Like that's sick.
That's so fun.
Ow. Stop it. We're getting messages.
Hey man, how's it going? Sorry, Anthony, John, I'm in the middle of a show. I'll message you later. Yeah, so we have that coming, and then the week after that, the last week of October,
Yeah.
we'll be. I don't know if we're gonna do all three. We're gonna try, but we're gonna talk about the Insidious movies,
Yes. Yep.
and then we'll go
Spooky
into.
wooky.
When
then
that red thing comes up, that is so hilarious. That is not scary
I
at
see
all.
it
It's
scared
like,
me.
He's like Darth Maul.
yeah,
Darth Maul.
They got Ray Park to be in this. Come on now.
Yeah.
It is
So,
Darth Maul. That's so funny.
Once again, lots of cool things. If you haven't done so already, go grab a T-shirt, a hoodie.
Yeah.
Hoodie season's coming up, and those hoodies are fantastic.
They're so nice.
Coming
and
up, it's here.
comfortable.
It's here. You can
Yeah.
wear hoodies
Anyway,
now.
hurry up and get them
You can get hoodies for your dogs.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
can get
for your
a lot
children.
a lot of cool stuff. So another thing too is if you invited people, or if you have invited people to the page, or I know on the like page you could become like a VIP or something like that,
Display your
or a
badge.
top badge. send me
Display
a message, because I pretty much got everybody I think so far. But send me a message and I will give you a code for 10% off or free shipping. And the only thing is that code, I don't plan on changing that code anytime soon, so that will be your code for life. So
There you go,
if you want
man.
cheaper merchandise, I mean, obviously we're not making too much on merchandise, but it's more or less getting the name out there.
Yeah.
That's our goal. So
Yeah.
and
And
send
it's
it-
cool to be able to see people have our
Yeah.
stuff on.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna roll up in Gettysburg with those zip ups with all of our faces on them.
I'm really
It's gonna be
excited.
dope.
I'm
Oh, and
really
with the
excited.
new logo, we have one of the only pair of leggings in the shop. So if you want to get leggings,
Yes.
right? So we made the logo with, it's going to say Truth Behind Illusion. It's going to have all three of our faces, and then on the other side, it's just going to be the faces on the other leg. So it's going to
Oh,
be Tori,
okay.
myself, then you.
Yeah.
And then the other side is going to be say Truth Behind Illusion with the three faces, and then three
That
faces
is
going down.
so
And on the
dope.
ass it says juicy.
I wish we could put stuff on the butt.
hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, put the cat on the butt.
You can't.
Cat butt.
Oh.
You're not allowed to
Cat
put
butt.
anything on the
Aw.
butts. Yeah.
That's dumb. Well,
Because if
I
the
get
devil was there, the devil would definitely be on the cheek.
it.
Yeah. But thank you guys once again so
Yes,
much.
Thank you.
You are unbelievable.
You guys are incredible.
We love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Here's some. Hopefully he's still here. Here's you, Max Bolton, at the ending music. And this is Truth Behind Illusion. We'll see you next time.
The truth behind illusion. When you are walking down a dark road, when you don't believe what you see, when your eyes deceive you and play tricks on you, face in the mirror.